A very good morning to you. I hope you liked our countdown clock. We thought, we did a little bit of research on it, and we thought that if we started a 10-minute timer, then we will be live. We start the live feed, so you can find the live feed. You can go make a cup of tea, or whatever you need to do. Pop up toast in the toaster, and then come and join us. But we will be there, sort of when the countdown finishes. Good morning to everybody. I'm Kitti Robinson of Totally Beads. Today it's gonna be a really good one today. We're gonna be going through loads of different shapes of beads. We're gonna look at Matubo beads, checkmates. We're gonna look at parpuka beads. But all of these beads, some precious ones as well. All of these beads got something in common, that they are all sorts of different shapes, as well as they have 2 or more holes going through them, so you can do really amazing designs with them. So let me just quickly say hello, and then we're gonna jump straight into showing you all the different type of beads. Good morning, Camille. Good morning, Charlotte, Debbie, Camille, Rachel, Jen, Leslie, Mercia. Leslie's saying good morning from slightly overcast Hertfordshire. I think we're quite sunny here, aren't we? Good morning, Lucy, Doris, Seema, Sheila, Dorothy, Gailey, Mina, Diane, Carol, Rachel. Oh, there's so many of you lovelies that are here already. Francis, good morning, Annie. Good morning, Sheila, Paula, Jitty, Alison. Right, so, there's so many. If I didn't read your name out right, I'm really sorry. Good morning, Jean, Diane. Diane is asking, will you ever have tiller beads? We do have tiles, so sorry, Simon's correcting me because I always personally mix both of them up. And when I say tile or when I say tiller, Simon's like, no, it's the other way around. So basically, let's start with tiles and tillers then. It's exactly the same shape bead, but it is manufactured by 2 different companies. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn you down on my mat, and I'm going to show you a sample which you're going to recognize straight away, because we have you love this design, and we sold so many kits and instructions for this. Just turning you down. There we go. There we are. Right, let me just turn. Sorry, let's rotate this. No, that's not what I want. Sorry, bear with me just 1 second. For some reason, this is not letting me to rotate my camera. Oh dear, every single day we're trying to do all these really nice new features, and oh, I know what happened. I locked the screen because I thought, that's it. There we go. Very good. Right, so this was one of our tiller tile. They both would work, one of our tile necklaces. So tile comes from Checkmates. Is a different company in Czech Republic, and they're both very, very similar shapes. They have 2 holes going through them, and what the good thing about them, and I'm just going to grab my box where they are. Tile beads, where are you? I put everything in order here, and then when you want to find something, you can't find them. Right, there we go. So tile beads, they are, I suppose, the hence of the name, they are shape of a tile. So you got 2 holes going through this one from top to bottom, you can see. And that's the great way about this, that, let me just turn this a little bit so you can see me at the same time. the good thing about this, you can bind patterns together very easily using the tile beads. And I had a bracelet here as well, so this one is again using tile beads but in a different setup, so we kept it straight here. They are really great to work with. They are about 6mm in size, a square shape, quite flat as well. So I love bracelets or necklaces like these, because if you're a crafter like me and you have something on your wrist and you're constantly working, so as you can see with this is a super duo bracelet, I will come to this in a minute, and this is really nice and flat. I got the bangle what Sarah made for me on as well. This is somewhat sticking out because the beads have got more of a dimension, more of a depth to them. And if you're a crafter and you're constantly working on the table, your wrist is constantly hitting the table. And if you have something with flat beads, which is like these tile beads or the super geo beads, it's really comfortable to wear, because all I need to do is just move the clasp out or move the clasp to the side or to the top, and then I don't feel the pressure on my wrist at all. Or if you're writing or doing anything like that, when your wrist is constantly on the table with the larger beads, sometimes you can be a little bit uncomfortable, and then I have to get those bracelets off. Right, so tile beads. Tile beads are made by Checkmates. It's a company in Czech Republic. They do, oh gosh, about 10 different size and different shapes of beads. Some of them are 2 holes, and I think they got one 3-hole beam as well, which I will show you just in a sec. So that was a tile beads. Now, tile beads or any other beads comes in so many different colors, so many different finishes. Some of them will be matte, some of them will be shiny. There is a lot. There's a lot of different ones you can get. It's really just what is your fancy. Right, moving on from the tile beads now. So let's stay with Checkmates. I'll keep trying to. I'm keeping an eye on the message as well. If you have got a question and you want to ask something, just please put a big Q or say question in capital letters in front of your message, so I can see exactly that and I know to read that one out. Right, Checkmates. There is a shape called quadratile. Now this is different from the tiles you just seen. I haven't got anything made up with this one. Maybe I should, because they're quite a nice different shape. So again, this is the same size, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to zoom in for you so you can see it better. There we go. So you can see those shapes better. That's it. Right, so these are the same size as the tile beads we just seen, but instead of the 2 holes going from top to bottom, the holes are going from front to back, and you've got 4 little holes on them. They are great to bind things together. Just another different shape to work with, I guess. Oh, Jeannie's saying the sound is good this morning. I went back to my laptop, and but I have ordered the microphone, so hopefully that comes over the weekend and I can have a little play with it, and we can have even a better sound next week. Right, there is another bead called quadrantal, which is the same as the tiles, but they are circular. We don't stock those ones, so I haven't got any to show you to hand. So I'm going to move on. There is a shape called from them, which is a crescent shape. Now I love this shape, and we made some beaded beads out of this one, which did I bring that one down? I grabbed so many different samples. Oh, there they are. I got many necklaces made up with this one at home, but I forgot to grab them out and bring them in, but I got a few beads here to show you. So with these lovely crescent beads, we done some beaded beads, which are then you can put them together and you just create a bead with them. So as you can see, I love, there's so many different ways you can use this again. It's got two holes. It's a, well, hence in the name, it's a crescent shape, and the hole goes from front to back. It's like a shape of a orange wedge, I suppose, if that makes any sense to you. I love this one, and I do use it. I do like to play around with it because they have holes in different places. They can have different applications to do them as well. So they were the crescent ones. Let me just pop these away. By the way, if you fancy any of the jewellery to make up as a Facebook Live, do let us know. I will pop it on the list and then we'll bring it to you soon. Right, next shape is the little bars. Now these are... Oh, Simon just reminded me, he hauled a little paper up for me. Today, what we done, we're giving you 15% discount on all check beads. So if you do go on our website and anything you put in a basket from the check bead sections, you get 15% on it. So it's a great way that if there's a shape what you fancy and you would like to play around with it, you get a great discount on it today. Right, bars about 6mm by 3mm. They are a little flat shape, and they got two holes going from one on each of the corner. I have done a couple of little samples, and actually I'll show you this one. This one was a present to me from one of my lovely viewers called Linda. She made a herringbone weave with it. I mean, look how gorgeous is that. I just really love it. I think, the application again with this sort of shape of beads, you can do so many things, and you have a really comfy feeling because you got so much depth and dimension on one side, but your beading is quite flat, so it's really comfortable to wear it. Did we have it in anything else? What I got here, I just grabbed quite a few. No, that's the beam, that's the 3-hole version. So I'll show you that in a minute. Right, next one, just want to put everything back in a bag because otherwise I lose track. Next one is the bars. Right, this is really good. So these were your beams with the 2 holes. With the bars is exactly the same as the beams, but they have 3 holes on them, so that they are just a little bit larger, a little bit longer in size. And I have this one, the curve. You know this bracelet, we did it with cabochons not too long ago. I think it's about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer. Recently, we did it recently, I guess. We had the cabochons in the middle, but you can do them the same pattern with the check bars as well. You just need to add an extra seed bead in the middle when you're working with them. But that's a really nice shape of bead as well. And beads like this, you can use it just as a spacer bar in all sorts of different designs. So even if you're just doing basic bead stringing, you can just use it. I think I'm missing some of the comments. Let me just scroll down here, just have a look. Lucy's saying, could you do a tutorial with that bracelet? Are you referring to the herringbone one with the bars, or are you referring to the curve with the beams? Do let me know, Lucy, and I'll pop it on the list. Then I think I bought the pattern when you had the 3-hole bar. Yes, that's the 3-hole bar is this one. Oh, bless. I just very quickly went through the comments. Right, so let's moving along. So we're moving away from bars and beams. The next one in my tray here is the ruler beads. And I had a bangle with this one, which I didn't bring in again. Now, the ruler, no, these are the bricks, sorry. I'm telling porcupines now. I picked up, yes, the bricks. So the bricks are very similar to the bars. They have 2 holes on them, but they are a little bit wider. So while the bricks were quite thin, maybe couple of millimeter in depth. These are like 3 millimeter in depth, but exactly the same shape, and you can use them in a very similar designs as well. Kitti, what size beads would match the 3-hole spacer bead? So again, you can use the beams with whatever you have. You can have just a little stringing with, just bring it back for the second, just a little 3 little lines, so probably 3 millimeter crystals or 3 millimeter pearls would make just a lovely bracelet, 3-strand bracelet with the bars in the middle, just to give you like a little bit of break and that decoration in there. Right, next one. Those are the new ones for this weekend, so I'm going to leave those ones to last. Triangle, where are you? Here we are. We got triangles. Now the triangles, I love these as well. The triangle shapes in beading, there are different manufacturers do their own designs, and they're all different shapes. Now the one from Checkmates is just sort of a triangle shape, as it says, the shape with 2 holes at the bottom or on the side or wherever you want to use it. Let me just grab another color, because I think that's a little bit too dark to show up. I don't know if this one is going to be any lighter. Let's have a look. Right, let's just pop that to the side and move these out as well. So these ones have 2 little holes again. How shall I show them? Oh, one of them is just gone away. It's a little triangle with 2 holes. You can use them in sort of I have played around with these, and I did a pendant where these are going around on the outside like a little flower. It's in my triad box somewhere. But I actually, now sort of thinking of it, I might go back to it and have another go of that, because I did had fun playing around with that. Right, next one, we had the tiles. Oh, the daggers. These are new. And we've got all sorts of colours on the website. And I think Simon put them on. Are they putting them on this weekend? Now, I love these dagger beads because these, again, have 2 holes on them. So when you put them in a necklace or in a pattern, they're not going to flip up and down, because when you have a dagger or a drop bead where you only got 1 hole at the top, it can, as you're wearing it, flip sort of up and down or backwards and frontwards. But because these get 2 holes in them, you could do a really nice necklace with like little drops at the bottom, just like that. And because you're going to take 2 different lines through it, so one through the top and one through the bottom one, it's going to be nice and straight, and it's not going to move along. So I love the daggers as well. And these are I think 18 millimeter long. Am I right, Simon? Oh, he's on the phone. I'll be ask him and confirm it just in a second. Right, cabochons. Now, I love these ones, and we have done quite a few projects with cabochons, and I'm going to show you some of the samples. So they are great because they are sort of half a bead. They have 2 holes on them. So again, you can use them in sort of loads of different settings, and they will stay that that shape. But just bring this to the side. So when you're wearing them, they're going to be really nice and flat on one side, and you have a dome on the other side, sort of raising up from your bracelet, and that's what gives you a more of a 3D texture with them. That's what I really, really love about them. So we've done quite a few different bracelets in these, and you know that I love a bead because I keep playing with them. So this was Caroline. I think Molly added these kits to the website as well. So this is one of the easiest one to start with. So if you're new to beading and just want to have a go at these 2-hole beads, this is one of the easiest kits to start with. This is using elastic. So It's really easy to take on and to like, you know, put on and to take off. Seconds in the morning, and very, very comfortable to wear as well. Right, so that was one use of the cabochons we did, or what we did in the curve as well. So I just showed you one, and this is actually, this is my bracelet, and I'm going to talk to you about this just in a sec. I made a mistake here. So this is in the curve as well. So the only thing you need to be careful when you're using these cabochons, that you pick them up exactly the same way as you go through in your pattern, because if you pick one up in the wrong way, then you're going to end up with this. So every single one of them is facing upwards and one bead is facing down. So I don't know what I was thinking, probably wasn't paying too much attention when I was doing this bracelet, but that's the only thing. You have to be careful that you're picking them up in the same way. So they got two holes, one going on the top and one going on the bottom. So you need to make sure if you're picking them up, you're always either picking up through the top hole or you're picking them up on the bottom hole as well. Question, what are these called? Are they just cabochons? Yes, they are Checkmate's cabochons. They are different from the candy beads. So the candy beads are manufactured by Preciosa. It's a different factory. Candy beads are slightly more like a smarty shape, I guess, and it comes in different sizes as well. But Preciosa have done something similar to the cabochons, which we do stock. So I'm going to show you that just in a second. The cabochons are really great to work with as well. Oh, and this one is got cabochons in the middle. I love this pattern. This is our ginkgo bead bracelet pattern. Maybe we could redo this one as well as a Facebook Live, because we did this on the older setting. Right, have I showed you? Oh, there is a lentil. There's these cabochons out of the way. There is the lentils. Now, the lentil beads are same as the quadriles or anything like that. These got two holes in them. There is one bead called quadrilentil where you have four holes on them, but it's just a shape of a lentil, very, very flat, and it got two holes on them. And finally, we have a new shape which we are launching this weekend as well, which I would like to show you. Oh, go back in there. Keep dropping these beads. Right, so this weekend we are launching these diamonds. Now, I already have got a couple of little sort of ideas and a couple of little designs I want to do, and I have taken some home and I'm going to play with them this weekend. I really can't wait, because the shape of them, they are quite flat. They are perfect diamond shape. They got one hole at the top, one hole at the bottom, and I want to do a more sort of come on, focus in, like a round pendant with it. But you're going to have to see that. I'm going to have to show you that next week. I will pop a picture up. I love these ones. And again, I couldn't just when I ordered them in, I couldn't just get like 2 or 3 colors. I had to have quite a few of them. So you will be in for a treat. Look out for the newsletter on Saturday. Right, so those are the new shapes. Right, so that's pretty much what we stock from Checkmates. Right, there is another company in Czech Republic which is called Matubo Beads. Now, Matubo is a family-owned company as well. We have been to their premises and went to Czech Republic. It was I would like to say 2 or 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I think it was, in the summer. We were coming back that way, and had a lovely time. We went to quite a few of the factories. Right, let's start with the ginkgo leaves, because you just seen that bracelet. I love this shape. This is one of my favorite shape beads, and because it sits together really nicely with some other. So the cabochons, although it's coming from a different company, but they do sit together really nicely. And we did do quite a few colorways of these bracelets. I got a navy blue one at home as well, which I wear all the time. Very nice, very versatile. You can do, you know, again, quite a specific shape, but you can do quite a lot with them. So the ginkgo leaf beads are the shape of a ginkgo leaf, and you got two holes going from top to bottom, and again top to bottom. So the great thing about them, again, that you can bind your beading together as you sort of weave up and down very easily without having to circle back on your pattern. I love two hole beads because the possibilities what you can have with them is really it's endless. I think Molly added some of the ginkgo bracelets to the category as well if you are interested and want to have a go. Now this bracelet, let me just grab it back. These ginkgo bracelets, these are using a needle and thread. You will sort of zig all the way up and zig all the way down. Quite easy. Again, you're creating a nice and flat shape, so very comfortable to wear. And yeah, I loved that one. And you know, when I love a bracelet or when I love a design, because I will make all the samples myself. I do have quite a few ladies who do help out, but that one I just wanted to do all myself. Like mini duos and super duos. Mini duos and super duos are the same shape of beads. Have I got super duos? Yes. Gabby, can you pass me like a solid colour in super duos, because I think it's not gonna, I don't know how it's gonna show up. Let's have a look. So there is hundreds of different colours of these ones. Virtually hundreds of different colors. Yeah, I think this one is a little bit shiny to show off. If I bring it up, yeah, something solid, that will be good. Oh, that will be enough. I've got some here. So this is just sort of a pearl finish. There is many different ones. Right, so again, they got a, do you think you could pass me a needle, Gabby? Yeah. So I could pick it up with the needle for you and really show you the, how they sort of sit. There we go. And that's it. Just got a needle here. Right, I'm going to pick this up with a needle so you can see it better. It's got two holes, one on the top and one on the bottom. And it's got a slightly little diamond shape to it, but it's more sort of a little bit, oh, I just pinged the needle. I hope it didn't, don't know where it gone, never mind. It's more of a, sort of a little bit of a fatter shape, but it's still fat. It's, we are down to 4mm here, so it's quite a small bead. This is the super duo, and when you go down to the mini duo, and I'm going to try to pick it up on the same needle here for you so you can see the size difference. There we go. The mini duo is about 3mm in size. 4.
Super Duo 5.
Sorry?
Super Duo 5, Mini Duo 4.
All right, Simon just corrected me. I'm so sorry. I've been telling porcupines here for you. Super duos are 5mm and mini duos are 4mm. And that's what's the difference between them. So they would work exactly the same way. You could use them in different patterns. I tend to use super duos with size 15s, mini duos more with size 11 seed beads, just as a comparison. Right, let me just pop these away. And I'll show you a couple of samples what we did with them. Just one. Oh, Susan is saying I make daisies with these super duos. Absolutely, you can do so many different. Subway is asking, is Matuba Czech or Japanese? Matuba is Czech. It comes from the Czech Republic. Most of the shape beads do come from the Czech Republic. So that was mini duo versus super duo. Now, oh, actually, let's just get you. So we use super duos in this one with the cabochons. We use super duos in our henna bracelet, which has come in so many different colors. Actually, I'm wearing that now. I've been wearing this, oh God, since I made it the last couple of months because it's a really comfortable to wear. Let's get this one out. I'll just show you all the different colorways. I think there was 5 different colorways of this. Yes, 5 different colorways. So you had purple with blue, you had purple and violet, you had sort of an aqua, a monochrome, and like an autumn mix color, all coming with the seed beads and clasp and everything else in the kit. But I really enjoyed creating this pattern. I think using more than one color super duo here, it just really enhances the pattern and just makes it even more interesting. But I love this herringbone shape or herringbone pattern with them. Right, that's one. Where else have I got super duos here? I only grabbed a few samples to show you because I do have samples galore everywhere. I think that's it. Right, moving on from Super Duos, let's show you the... Oh, we had the Super Duo beaded beads as well. And then we're adding this Super Duos as little strips. Right, Gem Duos. Gem Duos are manufactured by Matubio as well. I love Gem Duos. They again, a very nice shape. And more of a... oh, the phone is ringing. Someone will get it. Again, you got 2 holes in this one. You have, I'm going to pick it up with the 2 needles here. You do have a front and a back to this shape. So you go again, you got a very nice flat back, and then you got a little bit domey front. Sort of a nice side to the front. I love this shape because the size of it is, let me just pick it up. So that's the different color. Again, it comes in so many different colors. The size of it is such a genuine size that you can use it with so many different things. I have a bracelet here with, again, this is just a 2-row elastic bracelet using the Gem Duos as little features with some 4mm crystal beads. I think we should do this as a Facebook Live because it's a really nice one to do. You can do them in all sorts of different colors. Got quite a few. That's it. Oh, that's the wrong side of it. Let's turn it around. This is using little O-rings and the crystals. Such a lovely, sorry, a little pattern there for you. What else have I got? Genders. Oh, look at the purples. When I look at something and I thought, oh, that's my favorite color, and then I see something else and I'm thinking that's my favorite color as well. That's it. I do have another couple of things with Gem Duos, I think. Oh yes, this one. This one again. Another sort of elastic bracelet. We did a whole series on this. We did quite a few different ones on this elastic bracelet because everybody's thinking that if you're wearing an elastic bracelet, it's like, you know, cheap and tacky, and but it doesn't have to be because you can make it as little or as much with elastic as well. And with this one is using like a flat elastic, a flat flossy elastic. You get that flexibility in there that you can really quickly put it on, really quickly take it off. And with these 2 holes and multi-hole beads, you can make so many different lovely patterns that looks really nice. Oh, and there is the bronzy one. I love this color. It's all about mathematics. When you're working these out with elastic, it's all about mathematics to work out what size bead would fit completely there and take that space up for you so you have a nice and flat finish. Right, moving on from Gem. Alison is saying they are lovely. Oh, I love a bit of a Gem Duo. I have played with them, and in my triad box I have got quite a few sort of patterns, but If you don't know what a triad box is, I don't call them mistakes because they're not mistakes, they're working in progress. Little sort of snippets, little bits of jewellery what I started to work at, and I don't throw them away, I keep them in a box. And I got a couple of boxes here at work, and I got about 3 boxes at home as well, because over time I can go back and I can have a look and no, you've done those ones. Just have a look and might look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, and then things are gonna be different. You might come up with a different design. You might come up with a different look on the things. Yeah, I think that's it. So these are nib bits. Moving on to nib bits. Nib bits again made by Matubo. A very nice shape of bead. We used it in a nib bit curve, and also I got a USB coming out with the shape beads very soon. In the start of November, we are featuring quite a lot of these beads in there with loads of different patterns. So nib bit curve is again using this, but I have worked out a really lovely pattern for a necklace with these ones. Right, again, they've got 2 holes on them. I'm going to pick it up with the needle again so you can see. You got one on the top. It's like a little wedge. I always say, like, you know, if you, is it Trivia Pursuit or whatever is the name of that game where you have to get your little wedges all the way around to collect them? That is exactly the same shape as this nib bit. You got 2 holes again. One by the thinner end and one by the fatter end. I love using them, and they got a little bit of dimension on them, so the thinner end comes in a little bit and the fatter end is a little bit thicker, so they are great to work into flower shapes and loads of different oh, Julie's saying they look like baby teeth too. Oh yes, yeah, actually they do. I think this is the things, we look at all these shapes and all these patterns and we see completely different things in them. Oh, Lucy's saying she's super excited for USB 4. Oh, bless. Well, I'm really hoping I had to give myself a deadline because I keep putting them off and off like a veg of cheese. Yes, definitely. Keep putting it off and off. Never gonna get them right. A ruler, which I don't think I have here. Can somebody get me a ruler, please? Ruler beads? Do we have ruler beads? Oh no, that we haven't. Don't stock the ruler beads. That's why I can't show you. That's why I haven't got them. There's so many different shapes and sizes that we can't possibly stock everything else. Right, I'm gonna move on to Parpuka. Now, Parpuka is a French designer, and she has used. She made so many different shapes of again 2 or 3 hole beads. Some of them are well, like loads of different shapes. These tinos are Parpuka as well. They are really lovely to use, but they are manufactured in the Czech Republic. Where is my? I had another one here. Oh, I didn't show you this one. I'm gonna circle back and jump back and show you this sample. You remember the very first shape I showed you, the tile beads? We have another little bracelet pattern with those ones as well. They are scrumptious as well. They were just hiding under another one. So sorry to circle back, but then we definitely finished with the check beads. Again, really nice and easy pattern to do. Right, back to Parpuka. So Parpuka again, we have I think we stock about 8 different shape of theirs, and I'm gonna start from the beginning. I know Doris asked about the Cheops and Super Cheops beads, and I have had a little play with them, and we will have something hopefully coming out soon. So these are the Super Cheops beads. Now I just want to find the normal one. They are the normal ones. So Cheops and Super Cheops, they're both a triangle shaped bead. Let me just pop these down here. Right, the Cheops, they are flat. So the hole, you get one hole going one side and you get another hole going on the other side. Now this one, they both of the sides are flat. So it doesn't really matter like which way you use them, because you will still have to be careful how you pick them up, because you want them to face in a certain directions in your pattern, but both of them exactly the same shape. So these are the Cheops beads. Now, they also brought out another shape which is called super Cheops, which are exactly the same as the Cheops beads, but one side is raised. So on one side you get this lovely triangle coming up, and the other side is exactly the same as our Cheops, very, very flat. So here you have to be thinking about no longer which side you're picking them up, but what way you're picking them up. So you don't want, in your pattern, you don't want them sort of one side having nice and raised and all of a sudden having one bead turned the wrong way as well. They are gorgeous beads as well. I'm going to pop these back in the bags, otherwise I'm just going to end up with a big bead soup here. Right, that was Cheops and Super Cheops. Now, we have got, I love these. These are called IOS. Now, these are very similar, a little bit different from the bricks, but very similar to the checkmate bricks in shape and size as well. So some of the companies do sort of, designs do cross. It's a little bit, I'll show you what's the difference between the brick and this ios. So if you look at it from sideways, you're gonna see, and let me just grab a brick out quickly. Here we go. So this is the check brick, and this is your Parpuka ios. If I pick them up on the same needle, you can see, so size wise they're very similar, and sometimes you can get away using either or in patterns what you have. The difference is, so when you look at the brick shape, it's really more of a square edge, like a brick shape, I guess, hence the name of it. With the ios, you have this lovely curve on the top and the bottom of it, so it's more, the ends are more curved than the brick one. So that's the difference between the two shapes. Two different manufacturers, very similar shapes, but slightly different as well. But they will work in similar patterns because they are similar sizes. Right, so let just these get out of the way. These are great for bangles and other sort of shapes as well. Right, just popping these back into the bag. The next shape I have is a Minos. Now these are great. They're like little bullets, I guess. We have used them in some of our patterns. I have played around with them and have used them. They're just like little circles, and then they go sort of one side. What's the word I'm looking for? Cylinders. It's more like a cylinder shape, with drilled through from the sideways. I do love them. However, I do find that when you use them on a side of the pattern or a side of, I have used them with this one, they can turn around, and that's why perhaps I shied away from them and I haven't used them that much. So they're on the side, and as you can see, sometimes they can turn, and then the side is showing. Otherwise, a really nice flat shape, but then it's the same pattern with a 3mm per bead as well. So you can really have a look which one you like best, or which one you want to work with. This one, the Minos, really nice and gives you a very clear pattern. With the round one is a little bit less, I don't really know what's the word I'm looking for. Visually, I like the iOS better, but mechanically, the round works better. So, it's just depending of how you use them or what sort of surrounding you put them in. They're quite tiny as well, but I do love them. I do love all of them. Because with these 2-hole beads and all these different shapes, just giving you so many different possibilities, what you can do with your beadwork, really taking it to the next level. Right, so that's the iOS. The next one is the Tinos. Now, Tinos is, what's the word? What shape is the Tinos, Simon? It's not rhombus. He's looking at me. Is it rhombus, Simon? Yes, it's a rhombus shape. See, sometimes I say things and I doubt myself, but I'm saying them right. So I'm just gonna. It's not. Simon's saying, oh, it's not. What is it then? Oh, I don't know. He's gonna have a look for us. What shape is it? Trapezoid. Yeah, that's it. Oh God, trapezian. Is that right? I need to go back to school, high school, and trapezoid, and learn all the shapes again. Right, so very lovely shape. A lot of different things you can do with them. I love using them in sort of different settings. If you can just use them straight for the stringing or anything, you can add things between them. So you could add a bar or something like between them would really, really great. Fit together really, really nicely. Slanted edges on the side, a little bit curved, but you can see that they are a trapezoid shape, and the holes go from bottom to top. They got 2 holes. Again, lovely beads, comes in many different colors. Next one is acorns. Oh, I love, 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 love these ones. So, I showed you the daggers, which was made by Checkmates. These are the acorn beads, which are made by Parpuka. These are the perfect teardrop shapes. They are really, really nice. And I'm going to show you what I did with them. I made a pendant out of this one. And because they have 2 holes on them, let me just go to the other hole as well. Because they have 2 holes on them, you can really secure them down and you can have them in an angle you want to have them. So it's, again, a very flat shape. Same on both sides. Really lovely to work with, and I did some pendants with them. I'm just going to grab them out to show you. Now, when I was working this out, just get these out of the way. When I was working these pendants out, it was quite funny because at one stage my design did look like a pine cone. And Christopher came in and he actually said, "Oh, you're making beaded pine cone for Christmas." And I was like, "Well, no, not really. That's not the look what I was going for. I really wanted to make a pendant." And I went back and redesigned it, and the shape was born. Now with this one, I wanted a flat shape, so it's really nice against your skin. But I wanted these. Lovely Amos beads to sit in an angle, so they're not sitting flat, they're slightly raised, and if I turn it properly you can see it better. And then if I show you from the back as well, they're sitting in a slight angle, so they're a really nice shape to work with. I really do love them, and I do have quite a few other ideas what to do with them, and what sort of I want to make a really nice necklace, and I got quite a few things in the bag, sort of half worked out. Sarah told you about my trays the other day, and I do have quite a few trays at home, and things like this. Not this one. This one is designs and done and dusted, but things half designed. So I really need to get some time at home and just lock myself into the office and keep designing things. Right, so that is the Amos beads. Which bag is this one came out? Dan is asking, can you doing a Facebook, the Amos bead pendant? Yes, I'll put that on the list as well. Oh, Susan is saying like a chrysanthemum flower. Yes, they are. They look really nice and they sit really nice as well. Sharon's saying we did a tutorial with those. Yes, I put you on the list. Lovely. Dorothy's saying this has been my favorite pendant to make this year. I adore it. Yes, I think it's just the texture of what you get with it, and sort of it's sometimes with beading, you're not just sort of getting a flat picture, you get a depth to it as well. Right, moving on, I got Cos, which is the last one to show you. Did we look at the acorns? We haven't looked at the acorns, have we? Oh, I think we skipped one, didn't we? Yes. Acorns are these half circle beads. Now, if you look at the acorns and we look, and I'll show you, I'll bring back the, not the beans, I want them. So these acorns, they are manufactured by Paprika. We're going to go pop back to the crescent beads. The crescent beads are manufactured by Checkmates. Now, they're similar in shape and size, but they are very different. So the acorns, they have 3 holes in them. And I'm just going to pop the needles through them so you can see it nicely. That's hole 1. In a side, there is hole in the middle, and there is a hole on the bottom as well. So they can be used in different settings, I guess. Now the holes on the side of this, then I showed you these really lovely crescent beads. The holes are very completely different on those. So when you're picking them up, you will see in the same way, in one shape, you would see the side of it, sort of, again, a half moon shape. But on the other shape, you would see sort of the side of the bead from top to bottom, like giving you a curve. So very similar shape beads. Because the holes are different, you can add them into different patterns and it will give you a very different look. I love these acorns. We have had a little bracelet with it. Oh, yeah, I showed you these bracelets when we were talking about the Tinos. Just a little quick bracelet with them. You can use them in so many different ways. Right, where did I get this out from? There we go, that's my bag. Linda's asking, can you tell me which bead do you need in the middle of the Amos beads? Right, so the middle of the Amos beads there, I either use 3mm pearls, which are mechanically, I think, works better. Visually, these minus, these little cylinder shapes work better because I think they give you a nice and an even look. But you can do it with 3mm pearls as well. It's just up to you. There is so many different ways. So this is the good thing about beading, that there is not just one bead you can use. And actually is Linda there who made that bracelet for me. This one I had to show you. Thank you very much, Linda. I do wear it all the time. I really do love it. Right, so moving on, and I think that's it, pretty much it. All the different shape of beads I should. Oh, Simon just put something in to show you. So we've been talking about oh no, and the precioscia beads, they are just hiding behind all of these what I showed you. I'm going to show you these needles first because we do stock size 10, size 11, and we stock size 10 and size 12 needles. Now, in some of the patterns, you do require to use a smaller needle than size 10. Size 10 is these black ones. These are 11s and they are 12. So some of the patterns do require to use a slightly smaller needle. But I find with the size 12 needles, they're a little bit too flimsy. They're a little bit too thin for me to hold on with my big chunky hands and big chunky sausage fingers and pulling them through, and I just bend them straight away. So I've been looking for needles, size 11 needles, and we have got a pack. Have you got a whole pack, Simon? He's just gonna get me a pack which where the needles are in the pack to show you. So in this pack you get 6 needles, 2 size 10, 2 size 11, and 2 size 12. To try them out. They are on the, I don't know, they're on the website. They're on the website today. Oh, Simon's saying they're going on the website today. Right. He just handed it in. So just to quickly, I'm going to show you a couple of Preciosa beads. Now, Preciosa is one of the oldest companies, and they do so many different shapes, different sizes, and different things. This is just a couple of the 2-hole beads. So they have, Preciosa does make the candy beads, which are very similar to the cabochons. They come in different sizes, but they make these beads as well. What are these called, Simon? The one with the flare on the front? And then it's a brain freeze. But how can you the sometimes on the tip of your tongue and then it just doesn't want to remember what is it called. So I'm just gonna get us the link. Right, so these are really great as well. They got this lovely Art Deco flare on the front of them. They just a tiny bit bigger than the cabochons. They got a flat back as well. Again, they can be for many different use. And probably the rainbow one is not the best color to show, but I think that's the only one I have here because it's quite shiny there, but it's a really nice bead as well. So if you had one of our Christmas stars, that has Preciosa bugle beads in there. Candy Rose it's called, that one I just showed you. If you had we had little flower ones from Preciosa, loads of different shapes. Now these ones are called, what these are called, Simon, exactly? Arc beads. So they are a little bit bigger. They are about 14-16 millimeter in size. You have 2 holes going through them. Again, you can do so many different patterns. And finally, I have another tile-shaped bead from Preciosa, and I really wanted to show you this one because the holes on this go in a different way than any of the other tiles I showed you. So you have this one, the holes go by corner to corner. Just get this out of the way, corner to corner. So again, different applications, you can use them in many different way. Or everybody's saying good night. Who are we getting said night? Is somebody from America perhaps, or somewhere very is later on in the day? Oh, Hawaii, Charlotte Farley. Oh, good night, Hawaii. Charlotte, welcome to our live. We are live every day at 10 a.m. here on Total Beads. Right, so I think that's basically it, what I can show you with all these different beads. There is many more. There's Diane is asking about the honeycomb beads. They again a different manufacturer. We don't stock them. There are chili beads. There is so many different shapes of beads. The ones I showed you are the ones we are stock. So I didn't want to sort of talk about beads, what we don't stock, and then I can't show you what they really look like. So that's it for me today. If you have any questions, I can hang around for another couple of minutes just to sort of answer anything if you have any questions to any of the beads. I hope this is cleared up a lot of sort of I'll just move this out of the way so I can come in nice and close to you. Cleared up quite a few of, what if you had. Somebody's saying, sorry, we hardly. Kitti, could these be used as Montes? I'm not sure which one you were referring to. Was it the Preciosa ones? Do let me know. Susan is saying, wow, there's an amazing selection. Thank you so much, Kitti. A very interesting demo this morning. Yes, so I just wanted to show you something because often we talk about beads and we say, oh, I'm just going to use a tile beads, or I'm going to use super jewels, or I'm going to use acorns, or I'm going to use Amos beads. And if you are new to beading, or even if you might have been beading for a while, or might have beaded 10 years ago, and then you went away and did other crafts, did crocheting, knitting, card making, anything, and then you came back into jewelry making. There's so many different beads now that it's just really nice to know. So when we're referring to a certain size or type of bead, we will talk about super jewels quite often, or talk about any of these ones, or the crescents or something. So when I say that we're using crescents now, you know exactly what we mean. What shape are they? Where are they manufactured? What use they have? Just really wanted to sort of clear it up. Sheila is saying, absolutely love this Facebook Live. Didn't know there were so many shade beads. Thank you. Oh, you are very, very welcome. This is why we wanted to do sort of once a week, just a little educational Facebook for you. So you can, because I think sometimes we have all sorts of, we have things in a cupboard as well to use up, but we don't know what they are. And this way, I think everybody can very easily identify what they got, or perhaps what they need. Oh, Jenny is saying, I'm a new beader, so so many I'm lost. Oh, Jen, do you watch it through from the beginning? These are just different shapes, but obviously you don't have to start with all the different shapes. Just start with a style, or start with, if you like, a particular look. We've been doing this Facebook Live every single day, so do go on our page and have a look. Have a look back, because there will be some projects what you like the look of more, or some techniques you're gonna like look of more. So do have a look. Yes, 15% discount on all check beads this weekend. So the offer is gonna be from today all the way to the Sunday, and I hope you enjoy it. So it just give you a little bit of encouragement if you wanted to get something, or you wanted to try something, and have a little play with them. Because for me, beading is just sort of sitting down and playing. It's like an and with these 2-hole and a multi-hole beads, it's just really like adult Lego, because you're trying to fit them together in a way that they're gonna work. Oh, Jenny's saying I want them all. Camille saying, thank you, so many to choose from. Joe saying, missed this as was with a client. I'll catch up later. Joe, do have a look, because we went through all the different shapes of and sizes, and different whole count of the shape beads, so you will know exactly what we're talking about from there. Right, so do have a lovely day. Tomorrow I'll be back. Tomorrow we are going to be crocheting with some really lovely crystal beads, and we got this brand new elastic cord, which has got a core with it. It's a little bit thicker, 0.8 millimeter thicker, but it's a perfect way to do a very sparkly elastic bracelet, crocheted. But I'm not going to tell you. I'll show you tomorrow. Oh, Lucy's saying I have to order one of everything. Bless. Yeah, they do. You won't regret it, because you got so many different shapes, so many different, well, colors and everything else. You can just play and play and play. So that's tomorrow. So they're going to be doing crocheting tomorrow. So do get I don't know. Do get a crochet hook out to hand, and we're gonna need some beads, and just gonna sort of dive into it. I really do love the look what you get with it. You get a very similar look to Kumihimo, but with Kumihimo you're working with so many different strands. The most popular pattern is 8 strands. With crocheting you're only working with 1 strand. The beads already loaded on there, so I love it because I can load it all up, and then we can go on a car journey or train journey. Obviously not right now, but or plane. I can just take a crochet hook with me and just keep on crocheting them. Right, do enjoy the rest of your day. Do have a lovely, lovely time. Keep on. It's still quite sunny here. Keep on beading, keep on crafting, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.